Hey everyone, it's Froggy, and today I'm going to be recommending some cozy retro games. Now, all of these games can be played on a 3DS, but they are for the regular DS, and one is for the Game Boy Advance. And all these games I really like, and I played years and years ago, and I'm going back and playing through some of them now. So anyways, let's get into it. In The Sims 2 Castaway, you find yourself stranded on a deserted island after the cruise ship crashes. The goal of the game is to survive and eventually escape the island by exploring, gathering resources, and solving various challenges. And the goal is to eventually escape the island. To survive, you need to gather resources like food, water, and other materials from the island. You can collect these resources from various locations and to craft tools, build shelters, and cook food. And eventually you can upgrade your shelter and your tools as well. You also help other castaways on the island, and you have to build your relationship with them because they are essential to escaping the island with you. But as you explore the island as well, you'll also uncover mysteries and secrets about the island's history. Obviously, the game is very different from traditional sim games, as the focus here is on survival and exploring rather than usual life simulation. But I really enjoyed it. I remember playing this a lot as a kid, and I kind of want to play it all over again. And the next suggestion is actually a series, and that would be any of the Harvest Moon for Nintendo DS. Now, obviously, I'm not going to explain it much other than it's a farming game, and I'm pretty sure at this point it's very well known to the point where I don't have to explain it. But I do think you should check them out, as they pretty much are the games that inspired Stardew Valley, which is even more famous than probably Harvest Moon by now. But I still think you should just check them out. It's Stardew Valley, just the way it's made, it's not even a ripoff. It's like more like a love letter to Harvest Moon. So it's still cool to see what inspired everyone's favorite cozy game. Now the next game is going to be for Game Boy, but obviously if you have a DS that can play Game Boy games, or if you have a hacked DSi, you can still play this on those. But anyways, the next game is called Hamtaro Ham Ham Heartbreak, and this is a puzzle adventure game that follows the adventures of Hamtaro and his friend Bijou as they embark on a journey to help all their friends. The game's storyline revolves around the theme of love and relationships. The love meter has been shattered into pieces by the evil hamster named Spat, and this disruption is causing problems among the hamsters in the game. It's up to Hamtaro and Bijou to set out on a quest to find the missing pieces and restore harmony among the hamsters. And you go through various environments and locations, solving puzzles and interacting with all the other hamsters. Each area has its own unique challenges and puzzles to solve, which often involves helping all the other hamsters with their love-related issues. And by love, it means like literally any kind of relationship, whether it's between, like a boyfriend and a girlfriend, or two brothers, or two sisters, or just two friends, and you help all of them with their issues. And the biggest thing that you're collecting in the game is the ham chat, and basically what that is, it's like their language, and you have to learn all the phrases in order to solve the puzzles. Next game is pretty much any of the Professor Layton games. I know there's 3 of them for the DS and then 3 more for the 3DS. The Professor Layton games are narrative-driven puzzle solving games. So puzzles are the core of the gameplay in this series, and you're presented with a wide variety of different types of puzzles. Sometimes they're riddles, sometimes they're logic puzzles, and sometimes they're math problems. You also have to interact with all the characters, as each one will give you hints on how to solve some of the puzzles and what to do next in the story. And I don't think you have to play any of them in a certain order, but I definitely recommend checking out every single one, though I did play them in order. And if you don't have a DS, I know they actually remastered the original trilogy for phones, so you can play it on both Android and iOS. But you do have to buy them. I think they're $10 each. They might have changed that since I last checked. And they did not change anything other than making it HD. And the last game on this list is going to be the My Sims game for Nintendo DS. So in this game, you take on the role of the character that you create, who arrives in a town that has fallen into disrepair. So you make your own character and you arrive in a town that has fallen into disrepair. Your task is to help rebuild and revitalize the town, making it a vibrant and bustling community once again. Now obviously this is very different from normal Sims games, but at least they did advertise it very differently by making it My Sims instead of just The Sims. You are responsible for designing and constructing various buildings and structures in town, including homes for the residents, shops, and other facilities. You also have to interact with the townsfolk a lot, and as every individual has their own quest, and you have to help them get whatever they need or build whatever they need. Building relationships with the townspeople is an important aspect, and their requests and feedback guide your construction and renovation efforts. You also have to collect essence in the game, which every essence belongs to a certain NPC, and you use these to craft items and decorate your town. And you obtain these by performing various activities and interacting with the environment. And that's pretty much it for today. Let me know if there's any games I did not include on this list that you really find cozy for Nintendo DS. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.